And we're back. Thanks for watching. Cool, thanks for watching. So we're back. There's video 2, just carrying on where we left off. Multiple choice, answer nice. So just showing you how to do those transformations. We're going to buzz through these graphs really fast, right? So I guess you could say like the parent function is 1 over x. And I don't want to go too much in detail because we're going to have a whole unit on this, rational equations. I just want to show you kind of a basic idea, right? So y equals 1 over x. So try to picture it with me, So I'm going to go ahead and do like an xy chart. And do a bunch of, I don't know, coordinates. So like -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Those are kind of the famous 5 coordinates you try to choose-ish, usually, sometimes. So that would be -2. You plug it in here, and so that becomes a 1 over -2. Which is -1/2. And plug a -1 in. 1 over -1 is just the -1. Plug a 0 in, we get undefined. That's crazy. And so that's also known as an invisible barrier. So a visible barrier, or it's going to be an asymptote, right? It's going to be an asymptote. That's it. Nice. So then we got to plug in a 1. 1 over 1 is just 1. And then plug in a 2, 1 over 2, so there you go. So it looks like at 0, 0 is where we're going to have some problems, but that's okay. And that is true, because we're going to have a vertical and horizontal right along the x-axis, right along the y-axis, and then we'll have -2 down a half, -1/2, and we'll have -1, -1, good. And then we'll notice that once we get to 0, it gets undefined. So it goes along this invisible barrier and down. Beautiful. And then we go back up at 1, 1, which is right here, and then over 2 down a half. And so then it comes along here like that. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. But you don't believe me? I'll show you. Here it is. So we're just going to do 1 divided by x, and you're just going to look on Canvas for just a crazy graph that looks like that. And that's going to be rational functions. Don't want to go into too much detail because we're going to do a whole unit, a bunch of modules on graphing rationals and solving rationals. So we'll leave that for now, but at least we give you a little taster. So exponential equations, I think you learned 2 or 3 years ago, is what they told me. And so it's going to be like y equals, let's see, so we're talking about that. So an example could be like, so y equals a number to the x power. So it just depends on what the base is. So maybe like 2 to the x power could be considered maybe a parent function, 3 to the x power, 4 to the x power, just like that. And so this is usually doing decay and exponential growth. And so usually you do have a number in the front, and then b to the x power kind of thing. So a basic example of an exponential graph would be like going along the x-axis and then just taking off, just like that, just like that. And so that would be like y equals 2 to the x power, for example. And so there's your exponential graph like that at 0, 1. Exponential graph just takes off. 2 squared is 4. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. 2 to the 4th power is 16. Taking off. 2 to the 5th power 32. Taking off 64. 128. Cool. So don't really have time for the offspring for this video, but just want to give you some of these graphs. Logarithmic is going to be opposite because it's its inverse. And so that's actually going to be not taking off. That's going to be taking off initially, but then it's going to really slow down and not really grow. It is going to grow, but just not very fast. And so that'll be 2nd quarter when we learn about logarithms and exponentials, because they want us to teach that way this year in the district. And so let's see. So you do the log button and then x. And there's our parent function. So we push the graph button. There it is. And so, yeah, so it comes up here. And so then it goes along and takes off that way. And we're just matching right now, so don't worry about it too much on the homework. Just look for that kind of graph. And that is called a log. Log, log, log. I like log. Logs of wood. What? To burn on fire. Okay, let's jump over to the homework assignment. Yeah, there it is. See, look at all these graphs. There's your logarithm and your exponential right down there on the bottom, and crazy. Okay, so then here we go. So first homework assignment, first question. So which one of these equations graphs, because we did talk about linear functions, we talked about the slope of y-intercept. So that'll probably help you during class 2 to make sure you ace this. But just in case. let's help you out in case you're at home, because some of you might not be, so you guys sick over the weekend, I don't know. And you missed our class tomorrow, I don't know. So let's help you out there. So again, here's your y-intercept, which is a 1. So we have a y equals mx plus b. And so there's our 1. That's for our b value, good. And now, really, we just need the slope, right? We just need the slope. So what is the slope from this graph? And so we grab another point right here. A negative, or maybe even easier, let's grab this one. And we just go up 2, looks like we're going up 2 and over 1. Right? So up 2 over 1. Is it rise over run or run over rise? It's rise over run. So rise over run, now we're having fun. Woo! So we rised up 2 and went over 1. Oh, we got a slope of 2. What? We got a slope of 2. So that means we got y equals 2 over 1x plus b is our shift up 1, because we had a shift up 1 there. And so we're looking for y equals 2x plus 1. There it is. Nice, nice. Okay, so then coming down here, here's where we're going to practice, right, with our transformation. So I would choose a point. It's difficult because there's a bunch there. Which one do I choose, Mr. Newbold? So I'm glad you're watching this video, because you might try them all until you finally figure out which one works. Sorry, I only chose 1 and then put some multiple choice options down there. But I did choose the easiest one, just like I just did a second ago. So again, this is not a function, but this is a transformation statement. And so this means, is it right to? Is that what that means? No, remember, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. So not right to, but it is going to be, no, Newbold, that is the opposite. What do you mean? Well, usually negative, you think left to, don't you? Oh, yeah. But it's the opposite, so it's going to be right to. Ha, ha, ha. Not left to. Yeah, good thing we caught ourselves there, right? To help you in this video. Okay, and then over here, we're going to do plus 1, which means we're going to go up 1. Plus up 1. So right to, up 1 from our graph. Okay, right to, up 1. So we'll choose a point on our graph there. Let's just choose that one. If you choose a different one, you'll get the right answer, but it won't be in the multiple choice options. I'm sorry. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So from here, we're going to go right 2. So we're going to go plus 2 and then up 1. So 0 plus 2 is 2, and then 1 plus 1 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So it should be 2, 2 is our answer there. So let's go ahead and see. So we're going to go right 2. Oh, no. Is it right 2? That does look right to me, though. Oh, yeah. So right 2. So we went right 2. And then we went up 1. Right 2, up 1. Yeah, that does put us at 2, 2. Look at that. Right, it'll be the same slope, so that means up 2 over 1. And so you end up making this parallel line. And that's our new line. But in the homework, they just asked you for the coordinates on that parallel line, on that transformed line. Cool. So I'm going to have you try that. And, oh, cool. So we have more transformations going on as well as matching. Some more transformations like there. So I'm going to let you try that on your own. If you watched me after this video, watch it again, rewind how I did that transformation. Let me help you on the matching a little bit now, okay? Maybe the harder ones. So graph A, what's graph A? So, oh, look how it's exponentially growing up and to the right for graph A. Ooh, I know. Maybe we'll do this. Ah! Oh, sorry, thanks. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do this. Beautiful. Help you on some of these. So that's exponentially growing. Whoa! So this is going to be exponential as graph A, right? Because we just learned that. So exponential growing. Oh, you see the 3 dots? Remember? That's not the square root. That's the cube root. That's right. That's the cube root for graph B. Ooh, so that's the 1 over x. That was the crazy scary one, right? So that's called a rational. It's called a rational function, a rational equation. Awesome. Down here, it's growing, but it starts growing at a really slow rate. It slows down. It's slowly growing. And so we'll learn more about that in the future. So that's called a logarithm. And then graph F, I think, is just a straight line. And so that should be linear, right? So let's show you how to put some of those answers in there. So graph A, exponential. Graph B, cube root. Yeah, graph F is a line. So let's see here. The first one was exponentially growing, and then graph B, remember we had a cube root, and then graph C, what was graph C again? We didn't do graph C, Newbold. Oh, we skipped it. You got to try that one now, and that's one of my favorites. Just to let you know that graph H is more of the U-shaped one, and then graph C is more of the V-shaped one. We definitely helped you on graph D and said that that was exponential, right? Exponential, good. And then we said graph F was remember the linear one, just a line, equation of a line. Don't choose fun function or confused function, because you'll get that wrong. Cool. So we did like half of them. Come on, we did half of them. You try the other one. I will give you a hint that graph G is actually upside down. It should be like, this, like a rocket. But it's the same one, it's the same one. I'll give you a hint. Okay. It is upside down, but that is actually the square root. So if we show you on our calculator there, we put in a negative, right? We put in a negative square root. Then you'll see that upside down root. Cool. So that was graph G. And that was just the square root function. Cool. Okay, so we gotta let you finish some of these. The hint I'm gonna give you for question 4 is to find the correct one of those answers. Ooh. So what you're gonna wanna do, I'm guessing you're gonna wanna use this one, right? The other ones will be correct, but I wouldn't use a decimal, because that's just evil, right? Evil decimal. No, don't say that. I love decimals. Sorry, you love decimals. Sorry. So I'd probably use that one. Use the 4, 2. And then remember, all you're going to do is do the shifting there and the shifting there. You got this. I can never see it. There it is. Bam. Okay, cool. So there's that one. And then that's, what does that graph represent? I will give you a hint. It is upside down. It's upside down. And then there's another transformation there. All right. You've been on the screen. Hey, you. Thanks for watching. So let's see, name dropping this one, because I just like to do that, because I just want you to love my videos and forever and ever. So we're going to go to name drop two football, soccer players that might be needing to watch this because they're practicing right now at night. And that's going to be Preston and Braggs. Thanks for watching. Play safe. And here we go. So thanks for watching, and peace out. See you in class. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.